Disclaimer: I am not a mechanic, AMP, AMT, AME. I am not a CFI, CFII. I think you get the point. If you have any questions, concerns, or etc., seek the advice of experts. I am a private pilot who owns a plane and is trying to give back to the aviation community by sharing my own experience in aircraft ownership. Please refer to your aircraft's POH, as every aircraft is different. And remember, we're all in this together, so be safe out there. I did not back my vehicle out of the hangar before I started pushing the plane back. So what happened was I bent these trim tabs right here. This was pretty much where the point of impact was. So what I had to do was, with the help of an AMP, of course, remove the trim tabs, inspect the areas, control arm, so on and so forth. Make sure there's no other damage. Luckily, there was no other damage other than two bent trim tabs, because like I said, area was around here, and then because of the pressure on this, since they're connected, as you can see down here, it bent the two. So at the option of reskinning, where basically you get a piece of unpainted aluminum and stick it into the ribs by taking all these rivets out, or try to find two new trim tabs. Luckily enough, I was able to find two salvaged trim tabs, if I can say it correctly. And as you can see, they're basically the same color, if not exactly the same color as my aircraft, which is great. However, the paint on the trim tabs, the replacement tabs, was chalky. So that was pretty much due to UV exposure. The plane that these came off of was probably outside for an extended period of time, and it ate away at the clear coat. So what I'm doing now is my patented method of localized paint, and what I'm doing is I'm using crystal clear enamel to put a clear coat layer on here. When I first got these in, it was a really chalky residue on here, so I wiped all that off, and of course that was probably the remnants of that clear coat. So cleaning is number one. I wanted to make sure to clean it off really well. I didn't want to spend the money to match the paint. That's why I haven't repainted the base coat and then put the clear coat. I think it looks good enough for just trim tabs. I'm not too worried about it. It's got some blemishes or whatnot. However, for each trim tab, it was $150 a piece, which isn't too bad. Since I was able to work with my local AMP, get these off of eBay, I was able to save about $1,500, which is pretty awesome. So this video right here is just basically showing you how to apply the clear coat. I put the first bit of clear coat on. You want to do multiple layers of clear coat, both to protect the paint and then also to get that high gloss sheen to it. But pretty much you just protect the area. Like I said, this is my patented version of localized painting. I just put two strips of automotive paint tape on here. This works good because it doesn't lift the paint off, it doesn't damage the clear coat. It's easy to go on and take off. And then, as you can see, I put down towels just to kind of further protect the area. It seems to do a really good job. I've painted other areas of the plane using a method like this, and seems to work just fine. And then just for added protection, I use this piece of cardboard. And what I'll do is I'll go down and only paint this section of cardboard. Does two things: protects the paint above it, and then it also kind of gives me a guide of where I'm at with the spray paint, because of course, like any other spray paints, you don't want to just sit on one area. Then I move down, do that section, do that section, so on and so forth. Give it a little bit of time to dry, and then come back and do it again. I'll probably do most of the can, to be honest with you, just depending on what it looks like. And as you can see, it's already got a sheen on it, so not too bad. just for one coat. This was totally chalky. It had a very rough sheen to it. It actually had no sheen to it. So looks like it's doing pretty good so far. So what I'll do is I'll put the additional coats of clear coat on it, and then we'll come back and see what it looks like. And there we go. After I let the clear coat dry fully, I waxed it. And that's pretty much it. Good to go. Oh, yeah, forgot. Wet sand. It's 1500 grit. Soak it in water 10 minutes. Keep everything wet. After your last coat of clear coat, scrub it off, and then wipe everything down, make sure it's nice and dry, and then use the polish. Pretty important. But that's it. Have a good one.